Hey guys, Common Sense Outdoorsman here. I want to show you another knife called a Mini Machete, a Schrade Mini Machete. And it seems like I got this one last year at Tractor Supply, and I'm going to take you down a little bit. And it seems like now, as I looked it up, that this particular model is going to be discontinued. Schrade has many other 3CR13 MOV steel type machetes out there that are very similar. I picked this one up last year at Tractor Supply, and they have them in black and different types and different styles. This one is the SCP17-15, okay? And that's a little less than a 9-inch blade. Overall, it's about 14.5 inches. And the steel itself, I don't know if you can see that, but it is less than 1/8 of an inch. So it's a thin steel. That's why it's a mini machete. That's a polymer handle. And these polymer handles are hollow. And I have watched some other videos and have seen people get rough with the handles, and it's a hollow polymer, and they can break or crack. What I did was you can see the fasteners there. You can take this handle apart, and I filled both sides with a cheap JB Weld clear epoxy and made them solid handles, and it gave it a little bit more heft and a little bit of a better balance and feel, and it has made that handle a lot more secure. The handle is smooth, but it gives you a nice comfortable grip. As you can see the contours in the handle there. I like it. It does have the hook in the back, lanyard hole, and so you can choke back on it for chopping. Put your pinky over the end. It chops fine if you're all the way up this way. Really kind of a nice, inexpensive mini machete, large knife, however you want to call it. I really enjoy using this knife. I don't know if you could find them anymore. Don't know if any Tractor Supplies would have them. They were on different websites here and there over the years, but it may be hard to find right now. So to me, this is not a heavy duty knife. It's not going to be a heavy chopper, but because of its length, that almost a 9-inch blade, it does chop fairly well. HCR13, remember guys, that's 13% chromium. Chromium is a carbide former, so although it's low carbon, it does have a hardness to it, and of course it is very stain resistant, and I kind of like this steel for this kind of a knife. The tip is, if you remember that dispatch combat survival tactical knife I did not too long ago, they have a 30% discount going on. That had a slighter tip than this. This tip is a little bit better done, and you could put a little bit more work to this tip, I think. But so if you need to hack through some brush or kind of use something in a mini machete style, maybe some delimbing, stuff like that. It makes pretty good feather sticks. It's very sharp. It's easy to sharpen. I think it's a good all-around mini style machete type knife. The sheath is not much to speak of. Sorry about that, guys. Now, I paid $15 for this at Tractor Supply. I've seen it over time, like $11, $12. So it is an inexpensive piece of gear. Not to worry if it breaks or what have you. And the sheath kind of reflects that. It's just a cheap nylon flimsy sheath with the flimsy little snap on it there. And it does have some rivets. You can see those rivets that they have on there. And it does hold the knife just fine, not a problem. I did figure out that this will also fit in my Condor Hudson Bay heavy-duty leather sheath, which is a nice option if you're gonna need something good to carry it in. But this is just almost like a sleeve just to hold it in if you have it in your pack or whatever. It will wear out in a short matter of time if you use that as a sheath. But anyways, let me take you down to the log and we'll give this some work. This is a very dry piece of aspen. The bigger knife, it's harder to come out with uniform curls or feathers, but certainly does the job. Don't you hate it when you find a tool that you like and then it's discontinued? Kind of hate that, but it happens quite a bit. Yeah, so this has no problems making feathers, shaving wood. Cuts really well. Nice thin edge. So, no problems there at all. Baton down, and this is going to be a bigger piece of dried aspen. It's about 3-inch diameter. Let's go ahead and take this down. Yeah. Actually, kind of more effective at splitting than I thought it would be with such a thin blade. But yeah, it'll definitely do it. No problems at all. Take you back down to the log. Chop some of this up. It does have a fairly good feel when you're chopping. It's very comfortable, and it does sink in there fairly well, and it's tearing up this piece of petrified aspen pretty good. See if we can just drive it right through there. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, this is a real hard piece of aspen. Still shaves it, no problem. Yeah, takes off nice curls. Very nice. Like I said, the tip is kind of slight. It's not really made for heavy tip work, but you do want to know that that tip is just not going to snap off so easily. Kind of let us know that it's got some kind of a decent heat treat. And I think Schrade, even though a lot of their stuff, most of their stuff is made overseas, they've got some new stuff now that's made in the USA, but they still seem to do a fairly good job with the heat treating. So I've got a lot of leverage on this knife because it's almost 15 inches long, so I could bend it or snap it easily if I wanted to, but just want to make sure that that tip doesn't just snap off so easily, and it looks like it's fine. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. The tip is perfectly straight. No problem. So yeah, guys, this is the Schrade, what is that again? SCP17-15. And my apologies if you don't find this knife anywhere. Maybe you can. If I do, I'll put it down in the description if I see it anywhere. But lots of Schrade machetes are the same style and the same materials. And for cheap stuff, I think they're pretty good and certainly well worth carrying in certain instances. All right, and this is not a heavy knife. This is probably, the knife alone, I'm going to say, is about 9 to 10 ounces. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.